Calvin from the Cartoon Company in New Zealand. So for those of you who don't know where New Zealand is, it's way down the bottom of the globe, and we're not part of Australia. If you really want to insult a Kiwi, you call him an Australian. And I think the same goes for Australians. You just call him a Kiwi. For those of you that know me, I do a lot of 1UZ conversions and wiring and work. Pretty much the main stuff I do is 1UZs. So here we have a S14 Silvia. It has been abused in its lifetime. It is a drift car. There is damage. There is damage. It is stripped inside. There's stuff there. There's a battery. Oh, there's battery. There's rubber under the guards. There's not much inside. That is the wiring that was in there. That is pretty yuck. We've got a few gauges in there, water temp, oil pressure, and a rev counter. That's it. And we have a UZ under the bonnet. There's a big alloy radiator. I think that'll keep it cool. When I put it up on the hoist, the wheels didn't even move. Everything is solid mounted. There's no rubber. I think the only rubber on the car is on the tyres and the injector seals maybe. Oh, radiator hose, there's silicone there, right, silicone rubber. Most of the plan's in my head, but I thought I'd better write a proper plan for this job. So I sat down and I took a heap of time to consider the plan and made it really detailed. And I've got it on the blackboard. Sean Silvia, yep, 1UZ drift car. Do stuff, make run, do skids. Super detailed plan there. And I'm pretty sure I can stick to that plan. I've got some 3UZ coils. There's more changes afoot too. So this is Mark 1 of this setup. Mark 1 is a standard early model engine. It's going to get the bolts thrashed off it. And then he's going to build like a stock car, New Zealand stock car spec engine. And it'll have individual throttle bodies. So I've got a plan for individual throttle bodies down the track. Planning ahead for changes that haven't been made yet. It's going to be fun, but I'll get that sorted. So here we are at Talbot the basic plan, and here's my ideas that it's tuning in my head. Under the intake manifold, so when it's got individual throttle bodies, the wires will just pop up and it's all easy to access. Put an oil pressure sensor down there and the one for the gauge. Run the alternator wiring, because there's hot stuff in the way, up through here and through the centre as well. One fuse is for the electric power steer pump. The heater is getting blanked. It's going to be in the way of my wiring. While I can do it, it's just going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to make this simple as well. Blanking that, getting rid of all that stuff. Run some wires, firewall plug, relays and fuses inside. And I think this statement kind of says it all. Yep, I got this.
Good morning.
Right, plan. You get to do lots of cutting.
Like
Cutting and grinding.
I've bought cutting tools today.
That's get rid of that. I don't want it to be a fall off.
You want the standard?
Cut through here.
Yeah.
I want you to take that lip off the back as well, please.
Yeah.
There's a couple of cam covers for you. The brackets under here. You can cut. I've got them to cut up. You've got water hoses to remove and mark everything where we're welding. And basically, you're going to strip off the manifold and everything through the centre of this one. Yeah, I don't know about that starter. Oh, that was for, so you could use it from the driver's side. Just cut it out. Here's the wiring loom coming together. Now I sort of foresaw. I thought I would get 4 looms. So I've got a loom down this side of the engine. Gone is the cold start injector. And we've put a oil, I almost called it an oil pressure sensor. A fuel pressure sensor in here. We've changed the temperature sensor, so we've got a new one. Kind of no point putting a new ECU in and an old temperature switch. Temperature sensor. I had to slip off the... I chose to slip off the alternator so I can do my wiring on my motor before I put it on. And I just just had a feeling I might take the tensioner unit off. I thought I was going to get rid of the actual tensioner itself, and look what we found. Oh, there's a coil plug. I wonder how much grinding, or if that would have gone underneath the cam belt and survived. Or the cam belt would have stayed in the correct place. It was sitting pretty well. I wonder what else is down around that belt. I might get the air duster down there, and take the next cover off and have a look.
I was going to say, you might as well. 'Cause by the looks of the shit on that tensioner,
Yeah.
a clean wouldn't hurt it.
Yeah. We're in the middle of this job, and we've been working hard out, and it doesn't actually feel like we've achieved much, but when we have, look, we have. Well, you have.
Yeah, you haven't.
Mike has been doing fan wiring. We've put this power supply for the power steer pump. Comes up to the solenoid over here. And we've got the wipers and a power supply coming into that solenoid from the fuse over here. What else have we done? That's it, eh? Oh, you've got the power cables inside. That was yesterday. Yesterday, Mike set up the main power cable running through the cabin. So that's coming along, and we mounted some fuses. It's dark back here. Can't really see, but there's 3 relays in the boot for the brake lights and the 2 fuel pumps. There's been a couple of other changes to the plan, though the basic plan still stands. Do stuff, make run, do skids. So we're still on track on that one. wiring for the gauges there. I spied a clutch switch in there, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to wire that to the ECU. So we can have things like launch control if you wanted it. Can't do anti-lag because no turbo, but launch control or extra rev limits. It's wet, it's raining, and you're not going to be able to hear me. We're working on the Silvia.
What?
Yeah, what?
Hey?
Yeah, it's loud, because it's very moist outside.
Boys.
We're doing stuff. Doing stuff. Done stuff. Connected stuff. Wired stuff. Oh, yep, we've got the front of the engine. We've got to do that front nut up. That's why I left it loose. Little things that happen, like the mounts for the air conditioning. It fouled on the pressure sensor coming through here. So Mike's been really good on this, and he's cut everything up. Pretty much everything. He touches, he's been cutting up. You've enjoyed cutting shit up, eh? Yeah. You excel at cutting stuff up. We have to pull the plugs out if we need to. Go again. Did it change? Go on. Pull the plugs, eh? Got oil pressure?
Yeah. But not in that car.
Any oil in the oil filter?
Yep.
Nente. Nothing. It sounds like it's got no compression with the spark plugs out.
Well, it doesn't keep finger though. The water in there, but
Because it's already got all the stuff on, if you take this line off, so it's the front one on that fitting,
yeah.
basically flood it because that's higher. It'll allow you to put up here,
Yeah.
up in the ear, pour oil down it, keep pouring oil in it, and hopefully it'll run back into that pump, lubricate that pump, and we can get some more pressure. I don't know how long this motor's been sitting, so hopefully we get some more pressure.
Can I pull the foot up too?
Basically, once you've got oil pushed down it, just leave that hose off. Put that in your container, crank it until you get oil coming out of it. Then you can screw the filter back on. Cool.
So you're sure people got those lines around the right way?
Those lines are definitely around the right way. You've got, this is the front, so that's from the oil pump. From the oil pump comes up, and this has got the in. It's on the outside of the unit. I can put my finger up, I can feel it, and that's the out going back to the back of the engine. So that's,
Perfect.
does feel, that's perfect.
Be better with lube though, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. If it was slippery up there, my finger would slip in much easier.
Too far though.
What plugs have we got?
Spark plugs.
They were new once. Very good. I'll continue making this loom, eh? That's looking good. Give it a crank. Yep, no.
There was some wicked amount of sludge coming out of that.
Oh, there was some crap at the bottom?
Oh, like it was just black sludge.
Black crap.
So I wanted to just run some through it. You can see the layer of it underneath.
It looks a little bit like
what came out there was real clean compared to that first.
It looks like vinegar. You know when you put vinegar in a dark sauce, like soy sauce into a clear.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Thick soy sauce came out at the start.
Yeah.
But that what was coming out there was shitloads cleaner.
Okay, well put it together now. Hopefully it'll get an oil change before it goes and does skids. There it goes. Give it another flick so we know it comes right up. So we also... Yeah, I was expecting to go to about 100. So that's just the gauge sender. So I'm just going off the gauge sender. So as long as we see a change, I'm good. Good oil pressure. Good. This is a prototype switchboard. It's a reincarnation of the old one. There's the switch here that you can see it's the imaginary switch, which is actually the dual map switch because we moved the wiper switch to there. Ignition, one window switch. That other one is in that courier package. On the back's looking okay. Some zip ties to cut off, plugs to put on it. Fuse box and computer. So that's going to sit there like that. The owner will make up some brackets. I have 47 wires in here, which I counted last night at midnight. I will count them again this morning before I get into that. Our kill switch did arrive, mounted quite neatly as you can see in a margarine container. It will have a proper bracket made, but for the moment it's going to go somewhere up in this department. Give me that shit. We have a wiring loom that's connected to the engine, and now we're checking every single wire. Coil power is this one.
like a motor.
Got skids on it now.
No, we're still doing stuff. We're going to make run. Look, do stuff, we're going to make run.
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't make run, and then do skids. But I think there's some more do stuff in between.
It's getting there.
You've got 3 wires here, eh? Yep. This one comes up to the idle speed. It'll sort of tuck.
Oh yeah.
If it heats louder, did it just climb in fluid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was worrying about that.
It's not bled out properly yet.
Give it a fire it up. I reckon that's too much fluid actually.
It's that dipstick, eh? That's fucking hell.
Still a few bubbles coming out though.
So we got a jack. Get handy.
Yeah, somewhere.
Just jack it up and take the wheels off the ground.
Yep, got triggers. Check timing light isn't damaged because it had a little bit of,
Oh, there you
it
go.
had a modification. We had a modification at the jet sprint track. Find another timing light. Sean, I didn't catch you coming off like that. I'd stopped videoing, but it does appear you have some damage.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, it'll be that rim.
Yeah.
Do you want a professional opinion on it?
I'm pretty sure I can
It's a universal language, eh? Yeah. Good fun?
Yeah, I need to want some more camber in the outside of it.
Right.
Too much grip. Yeah. More fuel?
Stage 2. Make it go. Got to keep it going,
It
but
goes.
look at that.
Job done.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll try and get that clutch in.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
We'll put some base numbers in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully be able to put it on the trailer and take it home.
Yeah.
You've got this to block off too.
Oh, yeah.
That's yours.
Yeah.
And the one underneath. Bloody beeping.
I know that's fucking annoying.
It runs. Oil pressure works, and the tacho is wrong, but it
It's
works.
wrong, but it works.
I've got to calibrate that.
Yeah.
We'll watch that oil pressure the temperature come up.
Yeah, it had quite good oil pressure then.
Yeah, I can see it on the link as well.
Yeah.
Step 2 complete. We're going to do some more stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, more do stuff. There are wires in there. Oh, thanks. Day of abuse. It actually looks just like you started the day.
It's been an expensive day. Rim, a windscreen, but no tyres. The rattle gun was sitting on the bonnet. Just away from the bonnet.
So far, so good. Mustang's not running a brake. Must be a fresh one.
Still left-hand lock as well.
So successful day
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
for a motor found in a barn.
Motor they've found in the barn. Yeah,
And
no.
how long had it been sitting? We don't know.
We don't know. So, nah, all's well.
Next, more power.
More power.
But at the moment, it's good. It used
does skids.
30 litres. Did you get to 30?
Yeah, I think we used 30 litres for a whole day.
30 litres of fuel.
Cruising, drifting,
And one rim.
one rim, one windscreen.
Not a bad day, really.
Not a bad day.
And the motor looks just like we did this morning.
Yep.
Faultless. Everything
Yep.
else is faultless.
Everything else good.
Gearbox
Drive
works.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Can't complain.
One adjustment of the clutch and she's all good.
Yeah, we really need a lock nut.
Yeah.
Try to do that tomorrow.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Cool. It's been a good day. I'm going to go now. As soon as that's finished.
Like I said, we've got everything here this weekend at Carnival 2019. We've got Corvettes, we've got Solos, we've got Penguins, we've got Mazda 3, we've got some big holdings, we've got some big Fords, we've got some Commies, we've got some GTs. You'll see what everything is here today. So get your car out and ready down the pit straight. We're going to walk you guys around the track slowly and then roll back into the front straight there. Catch the train.
much left, eh?
No.
But it's smooth through that range.
Yeah.